Welcome to Homeschool Helps with Amanda. I'm Amanda Wares, Homeschool Helps Director with NCHE. So today we are talking about one of my favorite topics, and that is the Homeschool Conference. NCHE's Homeschool Conference is called Thrive, and it is coming up on May 23rd through the 25th, which is in just a few short days. So I encourage you. What is my first tip for having a great homeschool conference? The first tip is to come to the conference. Please come. There is something there for everyone, whether you are just starting out, thinking about homeschooling, or you are a veteran and maybe you're in a new season. Maybe you're approaching high school. Maybe you're approaching an empty nest. Whatever it is, there is something for you. So I encourage you to come. You can register at the door. You just come. We will make it easy for you. We will answer all your questions. So that is my first encouragement. Please come. The second tip for a great conference is do not have unrealistic expectations of yourself for this conference. It is easy to get overwhelmed. There is a huge amount of information. If you go in the vendor hall, there are tons of vendors, so many different choices, all kinds of curriculum and supplies and different organizations and all kinds of things, all of which want to tell you that why you need to buy their product or sign up for whatever it is that they provide. And then upstairs, there are many, many wonderful workshops, and they are wonderful. They can be so helpful, but also can be overwhelming. And I've heard from a lot of people that they don't come to the conference because the idea of it is overwhelming to them. So I encourage you to be realistic with yourself about your own needs and your own how much you can handle, I guess. And if you need to come and look at the vendor hall, but don't buy anything, have it in your mind already set. It will free you in so many ways to have this decision made ahead of time. So you can just walk around the vendor hall, look at everything, open the books, touch them, look at the pictures, all those things, but don't feel pressure to necessarily purchase anything, especially the first time. The first time you go down there, that is really important. Of course, shopping down in the vendor hall is super fun, but you want to not feel pressure. You want to not feel overwhelmed. So have it in your mind. Okay, I'm going to go look, but I'm not going to buy. And maybe if you are one who does get overwhelmed, you can look at the schedule of workshops ahead of time and plan for yourself a realistic schedule of workshops to go to. Make sure you have downtime in there so you don't get overwhelmed. Make sure if you're an introvert, it's a lot of people, so you have some kind of downtime planned in there. So that was all my tips sort of folded into one of how not to get overwhelmed. Have realistic expectations. Don't pressure yourself to purchase right away. Plan out what workshops you want to go to and make sure you plan some downtime. My very last tip is the convention center is often either freezing or hot. So plan accordingly. Make sure you have layers. Some of the rooms are frigid and some of the other rooms are very warm. So you just have to dress in light layers and be able to bundle up or take things off as you go from room to room. So that's sort of a funny tip, but a very realistic one. Now, last but not least, all of us on the NCHE board will be at the conference. We very literally volunteer many hours of our time over the conference weekend to make it wonderful for you. And we are there to serve you. We want to answer your questions. We want to help you find what you're looking for. All of us on the NCHE board will have a green name tag. So when you come, if you need help in any way, please look for somebody with a green name tag, and we would love to answer your questions. I really hope this helps today.